Good evening and thank you for joining us. They are the protectors of the community, and over the next half hour we will be taking a unique look into the Lloydminster RCMP, including a behind-the-scenes tour of the new detachment. Now, the building had been under construction for 3 years, but not without its challenges. Now, last year the original contractor filed for bankruptcy, putting the project on hold, but work resumed this year with a new company, and just this past October it was moving day for the dozens of members who make up our local RCMP. Now, tonight we are getting a new look at the new detachment, including the state-of-the-art forensics laboratory, a sit-down with Inspector Suki Manj, and we go for a ride-along on city streets.
Located on the busiest roadway in the border city, it's not hard to notice the new RCMP detachment. The building is home sweet home for Lloydminster's finest. It's a major upgrade compared to their former digs. The older building opened in 1982, showing its age and seeing how they have outgrown the detachment, it was time for a change. 32 years later, and at a cost of $17 million, this is the new reality.
One of the major benefits of the new detachment is overall space and square footage. One of the major issues we had before was our lobby at the other detachment was very small.
Small is an understatement. The new detachment is 4 times the size of its former building. Constable Grant Kurzinger gives us a behind-the-scenes tour.
This cubicle here has been designated for our crime analyst, a new position that they're currently reviewing applicants for, and hopefully will be filled shortly. That position will be extremely important in allowing us to address areas and persons of interest and of crime to help reduce regular occurrences. This area here is the general duty bullpen. This is where the general duty members are going to be conducting their paperwork, looking at their investigations. As you can see, the space that we have here is exponentially greater than what was in the old detachment. We had all of 8 different workstations, where here, as you can see, we have significantly more space. On my right is what we call a parade room. It's where we can have our watch briefings just after the watch has started, where we do our pass over and pass on things of importance or things to do the next day, or people coming on to the night shift. This is something that also didn't exist because the building was just too small and we had outgrown it. Before, we were using our lunchroom to serve as a purpose for this as well.
Constable Kurzinger shows us the dispatch center. We aren't able to show much, seeing how they were responding to calls regarding sensitive material.
These are our new cells. One of the biggest differences that you will notice will be the style of cells as well as the quantity that we have.
In the old detachment, they only had 4 cells and 1 holding tank. Now they have 12 cells and 4 holding tanks, which allows for a safer way to detain more prisoners.
A new feature that we have in this detachment is that of a dog bay. We didn't have one of those before. We do have a canine unit in Lloydminster, which is a very crucial part of our investigations and a tool that we use to solve crimes, especially that are emergent and currently in process. This bay allows the dog man to bring his truck in the winter or in the summer to keep his dog at a good temperature, as well as we actually have a kennel built in if you'd like to take his dog out and leave his dog in the kennel.
Constable Kurzinger showed us many more features of the RCMP building, including the victim services area, a large boardroom for agency meetings, and an expanded gym. But not all parts of the building are in use. That's because there is room for expansion, so they won't be outgrowing this facility anytime soon. Now, coming up after the break, it's the talk of the new detachment. The new forensics laboratory will make it easier for officers to crack criminal cases in the border city. Stay tuned.